Veterans Day is an official United States holiday. We celebrate the honors people who have served in our armed forces. This means that they are part of the U.S. military. Veterans include men and women who are in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and Coast Guard.
It takes bravery and honor to serve in the U.S. military. Many people need to travel far from their families for long periods of time. They miss holidays, birthdays, and special family events. They also risk their lives as their work is very dangerous. Thank you for the many sacrifices you have made.
Veterans Day is celebrated on November 11th. The reason it is celebrated on this day is because fighting in World War I ended on the 11th day of the 11th month at the 11th hour. I would like to welcome Madison to the stage as she will be singing the Star-Spangled Banner. Please stand.
We want to recognize our special guests here today. In just a moment, some facts about each branch of the Armed Forces will be shared, followed by an invitation to stand if you're a member of that branch. We will applaud and then you'll be asked to be seated. This will continue in the same way until all guests have been recognized. So let's get started.
The United States Army. The United States Army is the largest branch of the United States Armed Forces and performs land-based military operations. The Army's mission is to fight and win our nation's wars. The U.S. Army is the oldest branch, being over 240 years old. If you are a past or present member of the U.S. Army, please stand.
United States Navy. The mission of the Navy is to train and equip naval forces capable of wars and maintaining freedom of the seas. The Navy is 240 years old and the second oldest branch of the United States Armed Forces, after the Army. If you are a past or present member of the U.S. Navy, please stand.
The United States Marine Corps. The Marines are a body of troops trained to serve on land or at sea. They support the Army and the Navy. The Marines are 240 years old and the third oldest branch of the United States Armed Forces, after the Army and the Navy. If you are a past or present member of the U.S. Marine Corps, please stand.
United States Coast Guard. The Coast Guard is a branch of the U.S. Armed Forces responsible for the enforcement of the laws of the sea and for the protection of life and property at sea. In time of war, the Coast Guard serves as part of the U.S. Navy. The Coast Guard is 225 years old and the fourth oldest branch of the United States Armed Forces after the Army, Navy, and Marine Corps. If you are a past or present member of the U.S. Coast Guard, please stand.
The United States Air Force. The mission of the Air Force is to fly, fight, and win in air, space, and cyberspace. The Air Force provides air support for troops on the ground and aids in recovery of troops on the field.